Hello, Aries. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I'm going to be doing your October money, wealth, finance, career, prosperity, abundance reading for 2019. I hope you guys are having or have had a good September. Before we get started, I want to thank you all so much for purchasing private readings with me. I wasn't expecting so many of you to reach out, but I'm so glad you did. I'm always honored to be a part of anyone's spiritual journey. I love helping, and I really love sharing, messages, insights, and whatever connections that we can have together. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So for the month of October, I decided to use my Morgan Greer Tarot deck. I'm going to clarify with my Rider-Waite, Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck. And I'll have links for these below because I know a lot of you asked me about the decks I use. And for fun, I'm going to end your reading with a card from my Halloween Oracle deck. Now, this is going to be my first time using this deck publicly, and I really love the cards, and I really love the messages. So I'm really looking forward to sharing that with all of you this month. So let's go ahead and get right into it, Aries. I'm feeling like a lot of you have some mental blocks that I know you're trying to work through and kind of break through. But the first thing I'm feeling right off the bat is that you have it's almost like some limiting beliefs that are holding you back from the experiences that you want. Okay, so I just want to share that because that came to me right now as I was shuffling. And if you are new to my channel, and if you don't know, I read jumper cards because I believe those are the cards that want to communicate with us. So what do we need to know for the sign of Aries as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of October 2019? What do we need to know for the sign of Aries as it relates to money, finances, prosperity, and abundance? Okay. Ooh. All right. Things are happening fast for you, Aries. Ooh. I apologize if you hear something going on in the background. They're doing some construction work right outside my window, unfortunately. Okay, let me make sure nobody is cut off here. All right, get ready for some big changes, Aries. We've got the Tower card in the upright, the King of Swords, then we have the Seven of Pentacles reverse, Page of Pentacles reverse, and then we have the Eight of Wands. Aries, you're getting ready to experience something major that's going to really cause some big changes throughout your life. Now, this is probably going to take place in the beginning of October is what I'm feeling. Because this Tower card, it's all about, I want to say it's about rebuilding, and it's about really making a huge mental shift, okay? And it's almost going to come as a surprise, not because you don't know what's going on, but because you just weren't expecting things to happen in such a big way, all right? And it's almost shocking to where it really throws you off your game for a little bit, okay? However, we have this King of Swords here, and look at how he is looking directly at the Tower. And he's got his sword in his hand, and he's ready to take on whatever's going on. So I just want you to know that even though something big is really going to kind of rock your world, don't think that you can't handle it, because you can, okay? You have everything you need to fix the problem, to make adjustments, to handle whatever's going on. You're going to really be in the right frame of mind, and you're going to be prepared, believe it or not. You're going to have the right tools that you need at the right time to handle this major, big transformation that's definitely coming your way. Now, I do see this. It's something related to finances, okay? Now, just be careful because we're kind of in that season of preparedness, awareness, taking risks, and also doing things in a way that we haven't done them before. So I really want you to do what you can to keep things secure, okay? Whether that be, with your financial accounts, whether that be with maybe your cash that you're holding on to right now. I'm also feeling like maybe there's some work accounts that need to be secured in some way, especially like if you're in sales or business or something like that. You really need to make sure that your accounts and your files and your records are completely secure, okay? Now we also have the Seven of Pentacles here in the reverse. That tells me that work is probably going to take a little bit of a slowdown as we start off in October. Now a lot of you do have seasonal types of jobs where, business kind of picks up at, certain times of the year, and business slows down at certain times of the year. Now this is telling me that work is probably going to slow down just temporarily. It doesn't mean that it's going to stop altogether, but you're just not going to have as much coming in as what you have had probably in the prior months. Now we do have the Page of Pentacles here in the reverse, so that tells me you're going to be getting some information as well too. And because he's in the reverse, this is some unexpected information. Doesn't necessarily mean it's bad news. It's just something that you weren't expecting either right now, or maybe you were expecting it at a later date. But the Eight of Wands, this is all about speed. This is all about things happening quickly. So this first week of October, things are just going to happen. Things are just going to really either take off, or things are going to just start changing rapidly, okay? And you're really going to have to prepare yourself for that. Now, because this is in the upright position, that tells me that, the timing is going to definitely be positive for you, especially as it relates to your money. The timing is going to be really, really good. You're going to be in the right place at the right time, and you're also going to have all the knowledge you need to kind of capitalize on this time frame. All right, what else do we need to know for the sign of Aries as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of October 2019? All right, now you guys saw the way these cards just kind of spilled out. And I'm going to work with them. I'm definitely going to work with them. Okay. Okay, Aries, you're making some decisions, or you've actually made a decision to walk away from something, and you're having second thoughts about it. You're having, either you're feeling guilty that maybe you made the decision to move away from something, or you're having second thoughts about walking away. And because you walked away on the basis of an assumption, and maybe the information you had was not 100% available or 100% clear, you're starting to feel like, oh no, did I make the wrong decision? And I want to reiterate that you really need to trust yourself, okay? Because if for some reason you did make the wrong decision, it's going to ultimately pan out for your benefit, okay? There's been some lacks, I should say a lack of communication. That's what this Seven of Wands is telling me. It's saying that either you have not communicated something clearly to someone else, or someone is not communicating clearly with you. Now, depending on the situation, you'll have to kind of decipher that for yourself as far as how it relates to you and your circumstances. But the Queen of Pentacles here, again, this tells me that all of this is going to work out for your good, because it really puts you in a position of stability as it relates to your money. Now, you may have walked away from something thinking that it wasn't the right decision, but as time goes on and as things reveal themselves, you're going to see that it really did put you in a better place. Now, it may not come in the time or in the way that you thought it would, but you are going to really come out on top of that. You're going to come out in a way where it's almost like you were afraid to walk away, but then things happened and you start finding out more information about certain things or about certain people, and you're like, okay, now I feel confident about the decision I made, especially as it relates to work, your money, your career, because the Queen of Pentacles, she's all about the energy of her sometimes is about not necessarily taking action, but more about kind of settling into the situation. Okay, so sometimes you may feel like, oh, I really need to do this. I really need to do. But the Queen of Pentacles, she kind of rests in her position, and she is all about seeing things kind of fall into place around her, and she's very confident and she's very secure that that is going to happen. And that's what I can see here. This probably happens towards mid-October, Aries. So even though you're going to have these up and down feelings, you may have some conversations that don't necessarily go as smoothly as you like, but the Queen of Pentacles tells me that if you just kind of sit back and watch for a little while, you're going to see that you definitely made the right decision, and that the timing is probably better than what you thought it would be. But let's go ahead and clarify this, Aries. What do we need to know for the sign of Aries as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of October 2019? What do we need to know for the sign of Aries as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of October 2019? All right. I can't remember where this one came out. I'm going to trust that this was the order here. Okay. We've got 2 knights here. That tells me that things are moving, right? Things are definitely happening. Action is taking place. People are actually doing something. People are actually following through with what they said they're going to do. This Knight of Pentacles, though, this tells me that something's coming in for... I'm feeling like it's an outsider. An outsider is coming into the situation kind of to save the day, so to speak. Now, this could be a client, it could be a customer, it could be maybe a friend, a mentor, somebody who really happens to be exactly what you need when you need it. Someone's coming forward with information. Somebody is coming forward with money or an investment that you've been waiting for. Somebody is coming in towards the end of October that really helps you to kind of reestablish where you are with your finances. Now, we also have Temperance here. This is a very good card. She's in the upright position. This means that things are kind of balancing out. You've kind of had a really rocky, kind of up and down beginning of October, but as we move through the middle of the month, you're going to see that things start to fall into place. Balance begins to occur. You start to feel really, really confident in what's going on, and you don't feel so unstable and so uneasy about things. Now, we also have the Six of Wands here. This is in the reverse position. This is someone probably taking credit for the situation, even though everyone knows this person is just not the reason why things are starting to go well. The Six of Wands usually means a lack of recognition, or it could mean someone else taking the credit for a job, well done. Now, this is not necessarily a bad thing, and depending on your circumstances, you probably know who this person is. But just be prepared for that. Someone's going to try and, quote, steal your thunder, or someone's going to try and, take credit and take responsibility for the positive things, going on in the situation. Now, we also have the Knight of Swords here. This is that energy, again, that I was talking about, of like, whoosh, something comes in and then whoosh, something goes out. Now, the Knight of Swords also is about, really having that, it's like a trendy energy too. It's like seeing what's going on and then really capitalizing on that trend. It's about being at the right place at the right time, and actually really making a profit off of something because you took action when you were supposed to. Now, also the Knight of Swords could also mean a little bit of back and forth. So if it's not about you capitalizing on trends, then it could be that somebody or something is kind of going back and forth with you, in and out. It's like, yes, we're on board, no, we're not. Yes, we want to do this, no, we don't. And you're going to have to figure out how that applies to your situation. However, this is not anything to worry about. It just means that, somebody has a lot going on. It could be you. Now, this could be your energy, Aries. That's very highly possible. Maybe you're trying to decide how exactly you want to show up in this particular situation. Maybe you're feeling like, oh, I need to hurry up and do this. Well, no, I need to hurry up and do this. Well, no, the timing says that I need to hurry up and do that. It's that back and forth, in and out energy. Now, we also have the Four of Cups here. This is in the upright position. You're going to have a lot of options. However, you're probably not going to be super excited or super, impressed with all of them. However, that's okay, because sometimes it's better to have options, even though none of them may excite you. It's better to have choices than to have none. Now, when it comes to how this relates to your money, you're going to really have some offers being presented to you. And this is just kind of giving you a heads up that they're okay, but it's not necessarily anything you need to move on right away. It's not anything that you need to make a decision on quickly. These options are going to kind of probably hang around you for a little while, and you're going to definitely have, some areas where you're just going to say, oh, okay, that's one option. I'll put that on the back burner. All right, what else do we need to know for the sign of Aries as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of October 2019? Ooh. What do we need to know? Wow. Oh my goodness, Aries. This is incredible. Check this out. All these are positive cards. I do see a divine union happening here. Now look at this. We have the Six of Cups upright. We have the Four of Wands upright. The Nine of Pentacles upright. And the Lover's card upright. Now I'm not sure if you've got a lot going on in your personal life right now, but I do see that things finally come together for you in a good way as we close out the month of October. Now this could be something or someone from your past looking to reconnect with you. It could also be maybe a prior business arrangement or a prior business or money decision that you made finally pays off in a very big way. The Four of Wands is all about celebrating. It's also the marriage card. It's also the card of stability and having a very strong foundation, having a very strong start to something. So if you are, looking, or if you have put things into place to start a business, it's gonna take off. I mean, things are gonna happen in a very, very strong way for you, especially when I see all these other cards around it here. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is all about fulfillment. So that's another good card to see as we move towards the end of October. This is about a job well done and things just really kind of relaxed, enjoyable. You know, the work is done and now you can really just kind of, you know, sink into that feeling of accomplishment. You know, you kind of have what you want. Things are in place. You know, you've got the people that you need supporting you. This is a beautiful card. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck because I always say that this is me. Now we have the Lovers card here again. This is a divine union happening of some sort. So I don't know if you have a partner coming into your life, because this could also be read as a personal relationship that leads to marriage or that leads to some type of a solid commitment in some way. But also as it relates to business, it also means, you know, maybe a partnership or something, or like I said, a business where things just really take off and things just turn out way better than expected. This Lovers card, I mean, I always get excited when I see this because if it's not a divine union, it also means that it's just a true love and a passion for serving and helping other people. But I'm feeling like this is more about a personal connection. You know, it's definitely, it could be a passion project as it relates to work, you know, or business for you. But I just see that towards the end of October, things are going to just turn out extremely well. You're going to be very happy. You're going to be celebrating. You're actually, you know, you're also going to be feeling like money is coming in and you're more than comfortable. And you just have the right people around you who are supportive, who are also passionate and, you know, love the same things that you love. So Aries, you know, the month of October probably is going to start off a little bit rough. You're going to have some big changes happening, some instability here. You're also going to be second guessing yourself, you know, some decisions that you made in the past. But again, it all turns out well. Just trust the process and trust yourself. We also see here as it relates to work and business, you've got people around you. You've got, you know, people that come in who are supportive, who are ready to work and who are ready to, you know, help you, or who are ready to buy what you're selling, so to speak. And then as we close out October, you just have a beautiful union of some sort happening and taking place. You have a passion project that really takes off, or a personal relationship just begins to flourish for you in a very big way. All right, Aries, let's close out your reading with one of my Halloween oracle cards. I think this is quite appropriate for the season that we are in. Okay. Oh, wow. This one is the Veil. And this talks about the future. That's very interesting because when I look at this, it almost kind of mirrors the reading. Or maybe you didn't have clarity, you know, especially here in the middle of October. You know, you just didn't have clarity about your situation. But as you move through the month and as things kind of reveal themselves over time, you start to get more confident about your future. You start to see the possibilities, especially when it comes to this divine union here. So that's very, very exciting, Aries. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was insightful and I hope it was helpful to you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or observations, please feel free to drop those down in the comment section below. Also, if you are interested in connecting with me for a private reading, that link is also available down in the description. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I'll see you again soon.